Yo, welcome to episode 2 of the Rants. If you're new here, my name is Seymour Durya, and this is my podcast where I talk about random things from productivity to basketball. Just a disclaimer before listening to this podcast, I am sorry for my stuttering and I hope you guys will enjoy the podcast. Peace. Today's topic is procrastination. What is procrastination and how do you fix it? Well, if we ask Google the definition of procrastination, Google says, quote unquote, the action of delaying or postponing something. So in other words, procrastination is basically the process of doing useless tasks rather than doing the meaningful and important tasks. Now that we know the definition, let's dig deeper into procrastination. So, procrastination is a negative habit that can easily enter your life, but it's harder to get rid of this habit. Nowadays, we have our cell phones with us 24/7. If not a phone, we usually have computers or laptops to access any application or website that there's in the interweb. Bro, this is me. I always open my phone and go into Snapchat or Instagram. So these apps include TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, or even Netflix. Procrastination starts exactly at the point when we get a notification. Yo, this is true. When we're just chilling, right? Studying, while we're studying, we hear this notification that comes off our phone and we immediately check it. And from there, we open the notification and that notification turns into a text. From a text, then comes scrolls, and from scrolls comes more texts, then more and more and more and more and more time is consumed until you realize that you don't have any more time to complete any of the assigned task. You get the points. Once we receive a notification and unlock it, we basically fall into the trap of procrastination, which is this endless rabbit hole that traps us. And it's horrible because whenever someone tries to do their work. So for example, if I'm studying and I'm just doing my work and doing my homework, and I get this notification from a message of my friend, sending me a post or something, I would press the post, right? Then I would continue to go to Instagram, because you're gonna see your not homepage, but your feed, and you're gonna see all these interesting things which will lure you in and start entertaining you. I know it's entertaining, but at the same time there's work in front of you and you forgot to do it. So it's basically wasting your time once you open it. Obviously, this leads us to waste a lot of time, which results in more time cramming and stressing in the future. When we use up our time on social media, we tend to cram and we tend to wait until the night of the due date. And as a student, I always fall into this trap where I think there's too much time left till due date. Then next thing you know, I do homework or I do the project the night before. It's frustrating because you have the feeling of guilt and you feel so stressed about all these things, about if you're gonna finish this tomorrow, and you're gonna affect your sleep schedule too, because the more you cram, the more you have to stay up and do the work, which is very frustrating. So we satisfy ourselves and not think about the consequences of what will happen later, which leads us to the topic of instant gratification. Instant gratification is the type of gratification that there's no need waiting for. I don't know if that made sense. My script is so high. I made this at 12 a.m. so I can't really blame myself. To word this out, an article from entrepreneur.com explained that instant gratification is the desire to experience pleasure or fulfillment without delay or deferment. So instant gratification is if there was work in front of you and you don't really want to do that work, you gratify yourself or you give yourself a reward by going on social media rather than doing the work that's assigned, because the work is too boring and you have more time left in the future, which is wrong. We shouldn't do instant gratification. So let's also use another example. So for example, we have the Amazon shipment, the Prime membership. Yeah, Prime membership is basically instant gratification. We can use that as an example. So when you buy something online, you expect it to come in 1 to 2 days because of your Prime membership. This is instant gratification because we get the shipment or the fulfillment as quickly as possible without the need to wait. So now let's apply this to our daily lives. When we are assigned a task that has to be completed in this amount of time or in this due dates, we tend to gratify ourselves because we know that the due date for this task or assignment is far from the day it was assigned. So we basically like gratify ourselves and like use social media, watch anime. I know I watch too much anime, to be honest with you, and like go on TikTok and see all these people doing dumb things, and at that point like you're hooked and you can't really escape. There's no escape once you like fall into the rabbit hole. We do these things rather than completing the assigned task. We don't benefit from instant gratification, but rather we only get the feeling of guilt for not using our time wisely and stress. The fix for our instant gratification is delayed gratification. As you know, delayed gratification is also like the opposite or the antonym of instant gratification. So delayed gratification is the opposite of instant gratification, and it is the type of gratification that allows people or individuals to have a resistance to an immediate reward with the hopes of getting a more valued reward in the future. Basically what we need to do. So we need to wait to get a better reward. Delayed gratification allows us to have this reward that gives us more time to spend on entertainment and spend on our satisfaction and crave. So this can mean more time to spend freely and to use for entertainment. We not only eliminate the stress of cramming the task, we are also able to increase our sense of self-control and self-regulation. So we increase our self-control, which is a really big and important key to becoming a proper human or a proper citizen. We should always have the mindset of finishing the task given to us first, so that there would be more time in the future to use for entertainments and satisfaction. So why do I keep on saying so? Okay, the next point that will allow us to end the habit of procrastination is entering the state of flow. The state of flow is this mindset and this state where an individual is focused and able to finish the tasks given to us without procrastinating. I've been in the state of flow for a couple of times during the quarantine. In last year, it was like March. The state of flow was really fun. You get this feeling when you complete a task that it's fun to complete tasks when you're in the state of flow. You feel happiness when you cross off that to-do list, and it makes you feel very productive. For an example, I also did when I entered the state of flow, I was able to complete my notes in a matter of like 1 day for science. I forgot most of the things that I learned for science during that year, during the quarantine. So I had to rewrite all my notes and remember all those things, and I did it in 1 day, which was really amazing. And it made me feel happy and productive, and it gave me more time to like review. Then that's the gratification part. The less time you take procrastinating your time doing all these things, you get more time to do what you like. So my prize there was like learning everything that I had to learn before, so which was density, viscosity. I forgot all of those things, but yeah. Finishing tasks early and being productive can make you happy. This mental state is where an individual is able to perform at their maximum potential. So like, if you enter the state of flow, you don't only like finish the tasks and just leave it, like you're done. You actually put effort into it, and you actually produce a very high quality work, which is really cool, because it's nice. I just feel happy when I'm in the state of flow. This mental state caused athletes and students to break records. This state can also cause artists to do what they need to create amazing art. So they can just sit down and like draw or paint. That's the state of flow. When athletes like Usain Bolt start running and complete records, they are focused on one thing and one thing only, which is to win the race. And they do this because they are in the state of flow. So now, why do I keep on saying so? Okay, now the question pops up on why we procrastinate and how do we enter the state of flow. This is answered by Stephen Kotler, who made a book about the flow state. He says in an interview that we procrastinate because of two main things: the task or the challenge is too hard, or that task is too boring. Well, if the task is too boring, we should find more ways to make this task more challenging. So, like, for example, if you have this assignment that you think is too easy, so you just put it away till the due date, and yeah, you think it's too easy, so you can just complete it the next, like on the night before the due date. Then you start cramming and you're getting stressed. But if to stop this, we can improve, or not improve, but like change our mindset on it. We should take it as a challenge, as a makes you feel that it's a really big thing. So not a big thing, but an urgent thing that you need to go on and work on. We start to feel a sort of urgency, which can motivate us to actually finish the job. We shouldn't dial up the challenge to the point that it exceeds our skill set, but we should dial it up enough so that it can exceed like our skill set just by a little bit. So, for example, if I were to write an essay and I was assigned an essay about this easy topic, I should say, like, I should ask myself, how would someone famous, or how would a great writer write this in their perspective? You would want to push yourself to do a really good work. And for the hard tasks, you put it away because you're stressed and you don't really want to do it. Rather than having this big task or like this big main goal that you have to reach, you should break up the big tasks. So for example, if you have like world history assignments and there's like 30 questions, so you can take up 3 days doing 10 questions per day, which not only allows you to take baby steps and complete the goal, but it makes you feel productive. So we should break up the big tasks into manageable tasks so that you can finish the big tasks. Does that make sense? It doesn't probably, but yeah, baby steps, and eventually you would reach the goal. That was actually that was so, oh my gosh, that was so much psychology, and I'm talking way too much about procrastination, and I hope you guys learned something. So just to summarize, to stop procrastination, we need to learn how to do delayed gratification and increase our self-control. And we also need to enter the state of flow, and I've explained that. So I think I did my job here, telling people how to stop procrastinating. But if you ever feel like procrastinating again, I guess you could listen to this again. And yeah, I suggest you guys watch these YouTubers, Anas, Noor Ali, and Dr. Ali Abdal. Those two inspired me to make this video. Matt Davella too. He's one of those productive YouTubers who can teach you how to stop procrastinating using interviews and great resources. Most of these information I took from them, and I took from the interviews that they did. So yeah, I'm a really boring person when it comes to productivity because I watch these boring YouTubers. But yeah, you guys are probably really bored and you want to choose to watch another thing. Bro, I'm bored from me speaking, not gonna lie. But this was actually fun, helping people stop procrastinating, because it's hard. Once you get the habit of procrastination, you're done. Like it kind of ruins your life, because yeah, you don't do the work that's assigned to you early, and gives you more time to stress out and have anxiety and be cramming things, and like the work or the effort you put in is not the same as the work you put in when you're not procrastinating. You have a poor quality of work. But it's always it's boring to like talk about productivity and procrastination, but it's always nice to learn about something. And yeah, so that's episode 2 of the Rants with the topic of procrastination. I hope you guys had fun, I guess, or got bored of this, but thank you for listening. Peace.